It's GameCube Index, and this is nothing like Space Jam.
On a very special episode of Cel Damage, will Violet finally learn of the disease that's slowly killing her? Will Sinder finally become house-trained?
Nah! We'll just drive around way too fast and blow up everything in sight like we do every week. And don't forget to call in during the show and buy crap that you'll never need. Not available in all states. Cel Damage, tonight at 8.
Cel Damage is a popular Demolition Derby series where everyone is a cartoon and nobody can die. It airs weekly on Toon TV. You, however, cannot watch any episodes because you are the episodes. You are a contestant on Cel Damage, bashing and crashing and smashing your way to victory week after week. The game is Looney Tunes meets Twisted Metal. With cel-shaded graphics, fast action, and a ton of variety, it gives players quite a bit of play options. Let's meet our stars. Violet, a teen demon girl who drives a gothic jeep and uses a mortar. Cinder, an actual demon who got kicked out of hell, drives a six-wheeler and uses a wood chipper. BT Bruno, a construction worker who drives a bulldozer and uses a giant sledgehammer. Fowl Mouth, a gangster duck who drives an old-timey car and uses a Tommy gun. Dominique Trix, a supposedly high-class lady who drives a fancy car and uses a dynamite crossbow. That was not an adjective. Flemming, a nerd who drives a hovercraft and uses a laser cannon. There are a few unlockable boss characters as well, including a vampire and a T-Rex. Players are dropped into an arena resembling a classic cartoon set piece, such as the Wild West, a jungle, Transylvania, or even outer space. There are 3 modes of play, with the first, and initially only one, being Smack Attack. This tasks players with smacking other cast members by essentially killing them. Since everyone is a cartoon and nobody can die, it's called a smack. Players use weapons picked up from around the level to attack each other, and the first one to get a set number of smacks wins the match. There's also the unlockable Gate Relay mode, which requires players to race through 2 checkpoint gates 10 times to be declared the winner, as well as Flag Rally, which entails searching the level for 4 flags that need to be brought back to the winner's circle. The combat is expectedly cartoonish, but it's the cel-shaded graphics that really sell the point home that this is based on a cartoon. Everything looks like it was dug out of the reject pile of the Acme Corporation, with such weapons as axes, boxing gloves, chainsaws, baseball bats, and freeze rays. The only thing missing is an anvil. Gameplay is fast and exciting as players zip across the map in search of weapons and targets to smack around. I felt like I had a tough time with it, but that could have a lot to do with my struggles with vehicular combat. Much like gunplay in games, I'm not great with cars. I am probably alone in this, else Cel Damage was released to generally positive reviews, although those are mostly in regards to the cel-shaded graphics. There really hadn't been too many examples of this art style by the time of release. Remember, Wind Waker was still a year away, and Jet Set Radio had only been released on the Dreamcast. Even for the first title from a small studio, Cel Damage was impressive for the graphical feats it achieved. Suedo Interactive would go on to release the full Auto series on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 before closing in 2008. Cel Damage received an HD remake for the PlayStation Network in 2014, with no sequels announced or released. The title was mostly forgotten by the time the HD remake came out, and is now mostly remembered for being an odd choice to play at parties. That is it for this week's episode of GameCube Index. If you enjoy the videos every week, consider backing us on Patreon. Even $1 a month will do a lot to support the project and help improve the experience. It's entirely up to you. Either way, please continue to show your support by subscribing, sharing, following along on Twitter at GCNdex and at GCNdex.com. Thank you so much for watching. Tune in next time when we explore what I assume is a Jay-Z biopic in NBA Courtside 2002.